Hello, welcome back to the channel. What's up, Wix Nation? I am so excited to be here with you. My name is Sarah Michaels, and in this series, which is called WTF, What the Funnel, we are talking about all the things of how to turn your Wix website into a lead generation machine. So you have not only a very pretty website, but one that is profitable. So if you have not yet already, go ahead, make sure that you click on the subscribe button and the bell, because that way you'll actually get notified when a new video drops and you don't want to miss it, because we have tips whether you are a brand new beginner setting up your Wix website, or whether you already have a Wix website and you're looking to implement some of our top to say this 10 times fast, our top tricks and tweaks to really optimize that landing page of your Wix website so that you can get more leads and sales. Okay, so let's talk about funnels. What actually is a funnel? What's the difference between a regular website and one that is converting and, driving traffic and generating leads and sales? So one of the things that I have found is many of the websites, while they're very pretty and they look nice, which is great, but they're not actually converting the site visitor into that next step. Okay. And there's just something missing. So for example, when you're looking at some of these different templates here on Wix, and let me just see if I can go back to the main page. Oh, right. There was one. Oh, let's see. So a lot of the templates in here are very nice looking. However, to me, they're just missing that one thing that's going to get somebody to actually take action on the site, which is really what I specialize in, is generating leads and sales. So that's what I want to help you with. So for example, as you can see, this is a Wix template. It's very clean. It has like some of the key pillars of their, business or whatever, which is great, but there's no real wow factor. It's not grabbing me. There's no like, okay, why am I entering my information? What's going to get me to opt in? Okay, so that's truly the difference behind a website that's generating leads and sales, aka a sales funnel, and a website that you spend a lot of time on, a lot of money on, and it never really recoups its value. It just kind of goes, and eventually you have to do it all over again. So we don't want that. We want you to have a lead generating profit machine, which is your website. Okay, that is the goal, right? To generate leads, which ultimately lead to more sales. So the very first thing, the biggest difference, the biggest factor is when we're talking about whether it's just a very, very fancy digital brochure, which is unfortunately what a lot of websites are. So no offense to Wix, but even this site right here that's on Wix, this is just a digital brochure. This is not a funnel. This is not a lead generating website right here. It's not, okay? So one of the main differences when we're talking about what's different between a website and what's different between a funnel, because a website, when it is also a sales funnel, should be your best salesperson that is working for you 24/7, that's getting its value back in time, in leads, in new business, so through your content, your SEO, the whole thing works together so that your website can really be one of the key marketing pieces for your brand or your business online. And that's where we want to help you get to. Because right now, let's say that you have just a regular old website, something, it looks something like this. And now you're like, okay, I have my website and it's time for me to start marketing. So you start marketing, whether that's through advertising, social media, content, SEO, what have you, referrals. And that's what the next logical step, right? So you're spending all of this time and money on marketing, but really what's happening is that would be like if I had a picture like a cup, okay? So I just have my cup here, but picture if I have this cup here and there's a bunch of holes in the bottom of my cup. That is what a website would be like when it is not optimized with the correct strategy. It would be like if I took a pitcher of water right here and I started pouring it into this cup that has holes in it, and all of the water starts pouring out. That's what happens when your website is not optimized to generate leads, sales, and revenue. So we're going to help you fix that, okay? So in this video right here, we are kind of just touching on the concepts, and I'm going to give you a homework assignment so that we can go on to the next step. Because before we even get down into the design or anything like that, we have to get the blueprint and the strategy. That's the first thing, and that's where I always start before I work with any of my clients, and that's what I recommend you start with. You always want to get the blueprint before you build. And so now we're going to teach you the strategy behind how to set up your site so it's generating leads and sales. So one of the first things that you have to understand is there is or should be some kind of a value ladder in your business. Okay, a value ladder. So when somebody is just getting started or they just land on your website and they are just a basic entry level person, a lead, if you will, they're down here. Okay, they're down here, they're on the bottom of your value ladder. So you must identify what is your FITD, which stands for foot in the door. What is going to get the foot in the door? What's going to get that customer or that site visitor, that potential customer, what's going to get them to actually opt in to learn more about what you have? What does your entry level point look like in your business? So, for example, let's take this website. This is one of my favorite lead generating templates, by the way. I'll show you my other ones in the next video. But this one right here is great because look at this. If I were the Fly Right Moving Company and I know what my ideal customer wants, which is another one of the first things you have to figure out is who am I serving? What's the problem that they have? And how is my offer, my product, or my service fixing their problem? Okay, so you have to know, you always have to have your ideal client in mind. So when we look at this website, this is done very well because in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see right here, it says a free quote. So obviously the people who are landing on this website are people that are looking to move, right? In whatever area, little like fuzzy running around. So someone who lands here is going to go ahead and click on the free quote, and this is where they're going to be able to enter their information. This is where they're going to opt in to take that next step on your website. So oftentimes, the first couple of things that we need to do and make sure that you have very clear in your mind is number one, who is your target market or your target customer? And what problem can your product, service, offer, or idea solve for them? And what is going to get them to opt in? What is your entry level FITD, if you will? Are you offering some kind of a free training? Maybe it's a video that they have to opt in for. Maybe you're going to give away a PDF. If you are a service provider, whether you are you own a local landscaping company, or maybe you have a digital marketing agency, whatever that looks like, maybe you're going to offer them a free consultation, some kind of a valuable, like a value exchange. So that is one of the first things that we need to figure out for your brand or your business before you can move on to the next step here, which would be selecting a template. And then if you already have a Wix website, how we can tweak and optimize that. Okay. So this is all about connecting with your customers. The 3 goals of your Wix website when somebody first lands on your site is to, number one, attract them, which you're going to do through site design, your brand colors, making sure everything is all kind of in alignment with your brand. So that is, you're going to attract them. You're going to connect them with Who are you? What do you do? How can you help them solve their problem? So attract, connect. And the third thing that your website should be doing is converting. It should be converting them from just a site visitor into a lead, a prospect, a customer, what have you. So those are the three goals when someone lands on your website, are to attract, connect, and then convert. So your homework for this very first video here would be to figure out, okay, do I know and can I very clearly articulate who is my ideal client and what is the problem that they're having and what is the solution that my product, service, offer, or idea gives to them? And the second thing that we need you to have in your mind is, what is going to be your FITD? What's going to be your foot in the door? What's going to get them to opt in? So if you're a service provider, are you going to offer them a free quote? Are you going to give them your price and service guide if they watch a video? What's going to get them to opt in and take that next step so that they're joining your list, going through your very beginner processes here? Maybe it's a short training. Maybe it's a training that you're going to charge for. Whatever that is, identify that. And then the real fun is going to happen in the next lesson when we actually get to start the design process. If you have any questions, or if you're wondering, what your FITD would look like, you can go ahead and leave that down below in a comment. We will hopefully be able to kind of help walk you through that just in a very basic way. If you let us know what your industry is and kind of where your thoughts are on that, we will hopefully be able to assist you in finding that before we move on. So thank you so much for being here in this video. Remember, if you have not yet already, go ahead, click the subscribe button and make sure that you turn on the bell so you get notified for the next videos in the series, which are going to be, number one, I'm going to cover the top 5 of my personal favorite highly converting templates on Wix here. And then the other video will be, if you already have a Wix website, we're going to work on how you can tweak that front page and how you can actually do some of the design elements and create a funnel right here on your Wix website. So stay tuned. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.